Thomas More, born in 1478, executed in 1535. His feast day is the 22nd of June, and is the patronage of large families and difficult marriages, politicians, and civil servants. He was a friend with the English King Henry VIII, and in the 1520s, the king was sometimes sailing the Thames down to Chelsea, where Thomas More was living, and they talked. For example, was King Henry VIII coming to Thomas More to seek his advice on how to divorce Catherine of Aragon. Thomas More had a reputation of integrity and honesty, and he was becoming the Lord Chancellor in 1529. And when he was Lord Chancellor, after Cardinal Wolsey, he was Lord Chancellor. And he was publishing a book that was in 1516 already, Utopia. And Utopia, that is Greek for no place, good place. And that is an Onthought of what Plato had written already thousands of years earlier. And he described a fictionalized island in his book Utopia, in the New World, which was 20 years earlier discovered. And that is a world or a society, a community without inequality or corruption. And it is a society in which the people have limited work hours, there is sexlessness and education between boys and girls, there is religious tolerance, and also no private property. And the book was an inspiration, does this book say, for Anabaptists, Mormons, and communists. Now, what happened then also? Henry VIII wanted to become the supreme head of the Church of England. And that would have meant for Thomas More that he was a higher authority as the Pope, and Thomas More wasn't accepting that, and he resigned as Lord Chancellor. And so his friendship with King Henry VIII deteriorated, and it went more in deterioration. King Henry VIII really wanted to divorce Catherine of Aragon, his wife. And the Pope was saying that his marriage with Catherine of Aragon was valid, and he married Anne Boleyn. Anyway. And then there was the Act of Succession in 1534. And King Henry VIII wanted that the people would say that the children of him and his new wife Anne Boleyn would be the future heirs to the throne. And that the marriage with Catherine of Aragon, his first wife, was seen as invalid. And Thomas More wasn't doing that, and he was found guilty of high treason. His property was confiscated. He was in prison for 15 months in the Tower of London, and Westminster Hall was the trial, and he was in 1535 beheaded. In 1935, he was canonized. According to Malcolm Day's A Treasury of Saints book on the page 56 and 57, the positions and views expressed are the ones of source and don't necessarily align with my own or with the ones of the entity spoken of.